and watching Let's Chat.
Good morning and welcome back. And if you've checked your mailbox lately, you have no doubt seen the envelope from Uncle Sam. It is time for the 2020 census. Talking about how important that census is in every sense of the word, it's our friend Joe Legge from Walker County. Joe Legge, good morning.
Good morning, Chip. Thanks for having me in again.
Yes, sir, buddy. Tell us exactly the importance of the census. First of all, let me make this a two-part question. For those who may not know, what is the census and why is it so important?
Okay, I'll take the first part of that question first. It is actually a constitutionally mandated head count of everybody who lives in these United States. We've been doing this since 1790. We do it every 10 years. It's nothing new. It is something that really just has to be done in order for us to know how, well, the federal government, that is, to know how to distribute federal funds. They use the data that's compiled from the census to distribute like $675 billion every single year through about 316 different federal programs.
Wow, that's a lot of money covering a lot of different people. Tell me what kind of response Walker County in particular had back when we did the census in 2010.
So in 2010, the self-reporting phase, Walker County posted about a 76% result as far as self-reporting. That's before, the door knockers go around and try to count you manually. That means about 24% of the population was not counted, which means thousands of residents were not counted, which also means millions of dollars did not flow into our community because those folks were not counted. I've got some new results that have already come back in from the U.S. Census Bureau, since we're now in that motivation phase of trying to get people to fill out the census online. And right now in Georgia, about 26% of the population has already self-reported, and Walker County is modeling that, going with 26.1% who have self-reported. We do have some communities that are way ahead, like Lafayette. Over 32% of the population has self-reported, but there's others that need a little bit of encouragement to go ahead and fill out the census, do it online, and get it done.
And this should certainly help. Approximately $2,300 a person for each individual in the community. That's a lot of money. Can you shed a little more light on where those federal dollars go?
Yeah, most definitely. I want to alleviate any potential confusion. This isn't like money that comes into the county government that we spend. This is money that flows into the community through federal programs. If you talk about education, it goes to things like school meal programs, Title I, after-school care programs, also for student loans if you're in college. If you look at healthcare, this is a big thing right now. Georgia as a whole gets $16 billion for a lot of the healthcare programs that the state runs, like Medicaid, Medicare, and Peach Care. Also, CHIP and SNAP and WIC, those programs are funded through the census. It also helps with things like public works, law enforcement. It also goes for community building and housing rehab loans. It's a huge gamut of things that the census uses data to distribute those funds. The federal government distributes those funds, but if we have an undercount, that means the entire community will be impacted over the course of a decade.
So essentially, if folks don't step up to the plate and do this, they're shortchanging their friends, their neighbors, and the community and the county as a whole. I know a lot of events that those of you in Walker County had planned to talk about the census and to get an even better and bigger turnout because of the COVID-19 situation have been put on hold. Can you tell us what you are going to be able to do to further this issue?
Yeah, I really hate that we had to cancel a lot of those programs, but we had to, put safety first. We were doing a hop into the census egg hunt, so that's no longer happening. So we're having to find some alternative ways to really get the message out to the community about the importance of it. So a lot of things have moved online now. We've got a Faces of Walker County online poster campaign that shows some of the different folks in the community and takes a topic like healthcare or education or community building or housing and tries to break it down and show you why that's important. Also, we partnered with the Walker County school system, and several students created some PSAs for us before COVID-19 put them out of school, and we're going to be rolling those out online this week as well.
All right, Joe, sounds good. We will have you back here, hopefully in person over the coming weeks, and talk a little bit more about that. If you want to find out, and it is your civic responsibility to do this, and as Joe mentioned earlier, it is federally mandated, go to walkercountyga.gov. Again, walkercountyga.gov/census. Joe Legge, thanks for joining us, my friend, and we thank you for joining us as well. We got to run. We will see you back here tomorrow morning, bright and early at 10 o'clock for Let's Chat.